I have always believed, and I still believe, that whatever good or bad fortune may come our way, we can always give it meaning and transform it into something of value. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Learn what is to be taken seriously and laugh at the rest. If you hate a person, you hate something in him that is part of yourself. What isn't part of ourselves doesn't disturb us. Knowledge can be communicated, but not wisdom. One can find it, live it, be fortified by it, do wonders through it, but one cannot communicate and teach it. I began to understand that suffering and disappointments and melancholy are there not to vex us or cheapen us or deprive us of our dignity, but to mature and transfigure us. Whoever wants music instead of noise, joy instead of pleasure, soul instead of gold, creative work instead of business, passion instead of foolery, finds no home in this trivial world of ours. They both listened silently to the water, which to them was not just water, but the voice of life, the voice of being, the voice of perpetual becoming. A magic dwells in each beginning, protecting us, telling us how to live. Without words, without writing, and without books there would be no history, there could be no concept of humanity. It is not our purpose to become each other, it is to recognize each other, to learn to see the other and honor him for what he is. My goal is this, always to put myself in the place in which I am best able to serve, wherever my gifts and qualities find the best soil to grow, the widest field of action. There is no other goal. Words cannot express the joy of new life. Happiness is a how, not a what. A talent, not an object. Our mind is capable of passing beyond the dividing line we have drawn for it. Beyond the pairs of opposites of which the world consists, other, new insights begin. So she thoroughly taught him that one cannot take pleasure without giving pleasure, and that every gesture, every caress, every touch, every glance, every last bit of the body has its secret, which brings happiness to the person who knows how to wake it. She taught him that after a celebration of love, the lovers should not part without admiring each other, without being conquered or having conquered, so that neither is bleak or glutted or has the bad feeling of being used or misused. No permanence is ours, we are a wave that flows to fit whatever form it finds. Within you there is a stillness and sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. Everything becomes a little different as soon as it is spoken out loud. So you can't dance? Not at all? Not even one step? How can you say that you've taken any trouble to live when you won't even dance? It may be important to great thinkers to examine the world, to explain and despise it. But I think it is only important to love the world, not to despise it, not for us to hate each other, but to be able to regard the world and ourselves and all beings with love, admiration, and respect. Passion is always a mystery and unaccountable, and unfortunately there is no doubt that life does not spare its purest children. Often it is just the most deserving people who cannot help loving those that destroy them. You must find your dream. But no dream lasts forever, each dream is followed by another, and one should not cling to any particular dream. Seriousness is an accident of time. It consists of putting too high a value on time. In eternity there is no time. Eternity is a moment, just long enough for a joke. You treat world history as a mathematician does mathematics, in which nothing but laws and formulas exist, no reality, no good and evil, no time, no yesterday, no tomorrow, nothing but an eternal, shallow, mathematical present. Loneliness is the way by which destiny endeavors to lead man to himself. Those who cannot think or take responsibility for themselves need, and clamor for, a leader. I realize today that nothing in the world is more distasteful to a man than to take the path that leads to himself. There is, so I believe, in the essence of everything, something that we cannot call learning. There is, my friend, only a knowledge that is everywhere. I was given the freedom to discover my own inclination and talents, to fashion my inmost pleasures and sorrows myself, and to regard the future not as an alien higher power but as the hope and product of my own strength. To study history means submitting to chaos and nevertheless retaining faith in order and meaning. Perhaps people like us cannot love. Ordinary people can, that is their secret. You have to try the impossible to achieve the possible. When dealing with the insane, the best method is to pretend to be sane. Youth ends when egotism does, maturity begins when one lives for others.